Hey everybody, Gamer here, and welcome to the final part of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for Gamer's Let's Play. So in this final part, we're going to be completing the remaining main quests. And you're probably wondering, where the heck am I? Well, I'm all the way on Evertide Island. Why else do you ask? Well, probably a good reason why you're asking. Well, as I said, I'm going to be completing the main quest, aside from the Champion's Ballad, by collecting the remaining memories, the hero sword, destroying Ganon, and there is one more thing that I'm going to do before I end this part. As you can see on the loading screen, I got a total of 119 shrines. That's right. This is the final shrine in the game, the 120th shrine. So yes, I decided to go out of my way to complete every single shrine off screen. Now, sure, I did not show the majority of this during my Let's Play, but the reason why I didn't show it is because, well, it would have dragged the Let's Play on for longer, so if you want to try out these shrines yourself, go buy the dang game. It's very much worth it, so... You have done well to arrive at the shrine. The hero comes to right the wrongs. In the name of Goddess Hylian, I bestow upon you this spirit orb. So yeah, this is pretty much the same as usual that you do for the remaining 116 shrines, as only the first 4 are mandatory. The other 116 are completely optional, but yeah, this is our final one on Evertide Island. You have at last conquered all of our trials. Sure have, buddy. Having fulfilled our purpose, we monks bestow upon you this, the warrant of the true hero. You must now depart for the Forgotten Temple. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. So a gift from the monks. May the goddess smile upon you. Thank you so much. So there we go, guys. I have officially completed 120 shrines in this Let's Play, with the majority of them I've completed off screen. And if you want to see these shrines for yourself, well, go get the game yourself and play the shrines yourself. They are very much worth your time. They are a lot of fun to go through, whether if it's solving puzzles, doing some combat trials, and yeah, after we complete the Evertide Island shrine, apparently this Rito decides to meditate onto this island. It would be a shame if we ruined his meditation. Oh wow, he's really deep in thought. Okay, but anyways, what we're gonna do next is go after the remaining memories, and the only memory on our album that we need to find is this memory right here. But where the heck is this memory? Well, before we go there, let's go and complete the monk's trial and go to the Forgotten Temple. So you've conquered all shrine trials. The monks have prepared a gift for you on such an occasion. Head to the Forgotten Temple where the oldest statue of the goddess stands to see what they have left there for you. Awesome. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, so here we go. We made ourselves back to the Forgotten Temple, or what was known as the Seal Temple in Skyward Sword, and when we go upon the goddess statue, apparently they decide to leave 3 chests for us. So inside the chest is... Cap of the Wild. According to legend, this cap was crafted for a hero who travels the wild lands. Wearing it just feels so right. Okay, so yeah, if you notice what this is essentially Link's traditional wear throughout the entire Zelda series that you never really saw throughout the entire game. Legends say that these pants were tailored for a hero who travels the wilderness. Strangely enough, they're the most comfortable pair of pants you have ever worn. Yeah, probably because it shows more of my body, something that Sidon would like. This armor was apparently crafted for a hero who travels for the wilds. Strangely enough, it is just your size. So there we go, a gift from the monks complete. So let's put on this Tunic of the Wild, and there we go, guys. We have the traditional The Legend of Zelda Link outfit that has been pretty much in the series since the very beginning. And this is it's only about now that we finally obtained this, so... Anyways, now that we have 4 spirit orbs, let's get ourselves our last stamina vessel. No, heart container. Yeah, one more heart container, please. I can last with less stamina. Heart container. Your life force has been strengthened to the max. Your life force already tests the seams of your beginning. There is no need to increase your heart containers further. Go and bring peace to Hyrule. Well, I can't really bring anything else further, but yeah. This is pretty much all the stamina that I'm gonna get, not including the yellow wheel. The yellow wheel is a temporary thing, but yeah, this is all the stamina I'm gonna get for the rest of the playthrough. But otherwise, I got a full thing of hearts, so now the only thing that's left is for me to get the remaining memories. So let's do that. So you're probably wondering, how the heck are we gonna find a forest out in the middle of the wild in terms of finding like this memory? Like, how can we find this memory? And it's rather simple. You just go to the wetland stable that is way up here, and you talk to this painter guy, and he'll give you the directions. Alright, check out my album, dude. Don't question my outfit. That forest. I get the feeling I've seen it before. I can't say for certain, but I believe this may depict the forest just south of here. No, wait. Maybe it's the forest on the other side of the river, northeast of the bottomless swamp. So yeah, this is pretty much the way that you're supposed to find this last remaining memory. So anyways, he says that it could be the forest that is down here, but it could be across from the river. So yeah, where this stamp is where the last memory is. So let's go to it. Okay, so my stamp was just a slight bit off, but yeah, this is where the last remaining memory is. This is probably the most difficult memory to find without having the painter guy's help, but here we go. And yes, I'm gonna seriously be wearing the rest of the tunic for until I finally face up against Ganon. So yeah, here we go. And it says that apparently that wear is like the most comfortable wear, and I guess I can believe it, but I'm not sure if I could handle the like the cap on the head, to be honest. Oh, someone went bathing in the bottomless swamp.
How did it come to this? The divine beasts, the guardians, they've all turned against us. It was Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Mifa, Urbosa, Rivali and Daruk, they're all trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost, all because I couldn't harness this cursed power. Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure.
Oh, Zelda.
The entire kingdom. My father, most of all. I tried and I failed them all. I left them all to die.
Yeah, I feel so bad for her. You get pressured into doing something that you just can't do no matter how many times you do it, and there we go. That's the final memory obtained. Whew, awesome. So yeah, that was quite a depressing memory, but we got all 12 pictures. So now, there's only 2 memories that we still have yet to find, apparently. Alright, so here we go. We're at the bottomless swamp. We got the last memory. But yeah, if we look at our memories right here, other than, of course, the Champions Ballad DLC pack, which I probably won't cover in a Let's Play, to be honest. I mean, not many people are watching this Let's Play. But anyways, so in despair, Zelda has lost all hope because the power that she is supposed to awaken to doesn't awaken to her whatsoever. So now there's only 2 memories left to find. So, where are those last 2 memories? Well, oh my god, you stupid buck. I'm gonna get your meat for scaring the shit out of me like that. But anyways, okay, so you found all locations in the pictures. So go and report the news to Impa and Kakariko Village. So that's what we're gonna do, is head all the way to Kakariko Village. Okay, but before we head to see Impa, let's just see if we can upgrade our Tunic at all. We're probably not going to use it during the fight against Calamity Ganon, but let's just see if we can upgrade it. And unfortunately, we can't. But yeah, in terms of our Tunic of the Wild, we actually have to use scales or body parts of Ferosh, Dinral, and Nadra. So yeah, we need 2 scales each, which we don't even have a single scale on us, so yeah, thanks for being useless, Great Fairy. I'm just kidding. This will be the last time we'll see you. Love you. You can get Bane with me in there anytime, whatever the heck you do. Alright, we're back in Frame Drop Village, where we're gonna see Impa and tell her the good news. Impa, Impa, I remember everything! Huh? Well, well, you've returned. What is it? You know how to move your arms. Good job. No, all 12 pictures already? You visited every place? Then I suppose it's time. I will reveal the location of the final memory. What, have you been looking up a Zelda guide or something like that? So here is what happened. Oh my gosh, she can still walk. Lady Zelda gave me specific instructions. She asked me to wait to show you this. This is the final picture. Okay. Does it look familiar? From this village, you should be able to get there in half a day's time. Now go, child. Seek out what Lady Zelda has shown you. So yes, does this area look familiar to you guys at all? Does it? Well, let me just take a nice picture of it. And yeah, apparently if you take a picture of this, Link will actually look at the album and look at the picture that you just taken of this. But yeah. So, does the area look familiar? Well, I'm just going to show the answer to that anyway, but here's an ad break while you figure out where that location is. Alright, so we got ourselves all wet, but that's what was going to happen eventually wearing this tunic. So, anyways, we're at the Dueling Peak Stable, I think this is called. So yeah, the Dueling Peak Stable. So let's call our horse down here. So, hello horsey, how you doing? Good? Okay, let's get going. So, the location of the memory is actually pretty easy to find if you have a good memory of the Breath of the Wild area. Yeah, you might remember while we were on our way to Hateno Village, there was all this graveyard of guardians. So why the heck is there a graveyard of guardians here? Well, I guess we'll find out once we look at this flashback. So, I think the memory is just a little bit over here, and there it is. Thank you so much for getting me here, horsey. So let's recall the final memory. So yeah, if you take a picture of the picture, then Link will actually look at the picture of the picture. Alright, enough getting meta. Let's see what this final memory has to offer. God damn it, Ganon.
Link, save yourself. Go. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Run!
Well, shit. Well, I guess it's game over, guys. We lost. Oh, it's about time, Goddess Hylia. Now we get music soothing to my soul.
Was that the power? Huh? No! Link, get up! You're going to be just fine.
Are you sure about that, princess? So yeah, this is the moment before our eventual defeat, before we end up in the Shrine of Resurrection. And apparently Fi decides to join this game.
The sword. So he can still be saved?
Princess!
Huh?
Princess, are you alright?
Take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. If you don't get him there immediately, we are going to lose him forever. Is that clear? So make haste and go. His life is now in your hands.
And there you go, guys. That was the final memory. So that's the moment that Link eventually dies before getting put into the Shrine of Resurrection. And Zelda finally awoken to her power.
Link, you have recovered all of your memories of us from 100 years ago. I am here, inside Hyrule Castle. It is now time for you to defeat Ganon.
Alright. We did it, guys. So now, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Our horse magically spawned behind us. Way to ruin an emotional moment, buddy. But there you go, guys. We completed the Capture Memories side quest. Or not a side quest, it's a main quest. So the only one that is left to remain is the Hero Sword. So the sword that seals the darkness. So before we go there, let's figure out something here. So, of course, a part of the reason why we all failed is because Zelda couldn't awaken to her power. Or heck, even if she could awaken to her power, maybe Ganon might still have the upper hand anyway. But here's the thing, why didn't she awaken to her power? Why didn't Goddess Hylia, finally knock on the door and realize, oh, it's finally time for me to help and whatever? Why does Zelda do it at the last moment when she saves Link's life? And I kind of just answered your question. She did it to save Link's life. Because really think about it. If we really think about all the memories that she has gone through, she's been pressured into something like an unwinnable battle. Like, she subdues the ceremony because she has doubts. And, she has doubts because she can't fulfill what her parents want her to fulfill. And then we eventually meet Rivali, who doubts us. And then we get Resolve and Grief, where even though Zelda is very excited about the Divine Beast and ancient technology, she struggles in her own anguish. And then we get some help from our brother Daruk. And then we get Zelda's Resentment, where she shows her frustrations for not opening up the shrines, and she just gets overwhelmed with anger. And I guess Urbosa is the perfect mother for that anger, because she represents anger, Urbosa's fury, right? She passes out in the frozen waters, trying to awaken to the power in the Spring of Courage, and after that, Zelda finally realizes, oh, hey, you know what? Link is kind of hot when he kills the Yiga clan members. And then after that, we notice that Ganon is on the rise more and more. So, however, whatever is going on, there might be a very strong attack coming up, and we kind of see what that results in. Then we see the Silent Princess, which is practically a metaphor memory. And then you get Mipha's Touch, where our possible fiance and wife assures that, we could spend time together and all that. But now I'm going to bane her brother instead, so sorry, Mipha. We shelter from the storm where Zelda questions if Link didn't feel like he have to be a warrior, would he have been something else? And that's because Zelda's been pressured into sticking to the destiny that her father has set her up to do. And even though she tries to do what she wants to do, look at ancient technology and the Guardians and all that, the father pretty much puts his foot down and tells her to stick to the task that she has been forced to do ever since she was 6 years old. And for a whole decade, all of the stuff is pretty much for nothing. She fails to awaken to our power in the Spring of Power, and it's just frustrating as hell. Just curse you, Father. And then we head to Mount Lanayru, which is actually further away. This location is further away, but Zelda seems to be mounting a horse and getting along with the horse pretty well. And then we return from Mount Lanayru, where unfortunately she did not wake into the third and final Spring of Wisdom, or the Spring of the Goddess. And then Calamity Ganon returns, the champions depart, and unfortunately all the champions died in their divine beasts. And, that's the one thing that she wanted to legit fight for, was for her friends. She lost them in the divine beasts, the very thing that she was researching. And that if she felt like if she was able to research it longer, maybe she might have been able to save them. But what awakens to our power? So Link continues to fight, protecting Zelda from a pack of pursuing Guardians, but collapse in exhaustion, terribly wounded. As the Guardians close in, Zelda stands against them and finally unleashes her sealing power. So why does she awaken to her sealing power? Because she doesn't feel like she has to be forced to do it. She does it because she legit loves Link. Whether that's romantically or as a friend, that's up to determine, but she did it because she wanted to protect Link. Not because she was told she had to do it. And that's probably one of the strongest messages in this game, is that you get things done if you passionately want to do it, not just because you're told to do it. If you're pressured into something that you feel like you can't win, you likely can't win it. But if you do it out of love and passion, that's kind of the whole point. Mipha tells us that we fight for love. Daruk tells us that we fight for protection. Rivali tells us that even though we can be egotistical and all that, we can see value in others being able to do stuff that we ourselves cannot do, but that there is things to achieve beyond that. And Urbosa's Fury shows that in the rise of anger, we must face up against Calamity and put an end to this once and for all. Isn't that right, Impa? Oh, I almost fell asleep for a second there. I almost fell asleep again. 100 years ago, you and the princess were quite close. You were a comfort and an encouraging presence to her as she struggled each day to fulfill her destiny. That is why she believes in you, and why she has the strength to fight Ganon all alone. Link, the princess. Please hurry and save our princess. She has been fighting all alone for 100 years. Well, I'm still alive because I was put in stasis in a Shrine of Resurrection, so how the heck did Zelda survive 100 years in a fight? Well, anyways, the last thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna pull out the Master Sword and get the sword that seals the darkness. And the sword that seals the darkness is all the way in Korok Forest. Alright, we're back in Frame Drop Forest, and hello Hestu. I wish I could dance with you, but that's not the plan. So here we go, guys. The time has finally come. Even though I could have pulled this out earlier, it is now time to pull out the Master Sword. So 13 hearts are needed in order to pull it out. Oh, yes. Oh, God, I love it when it feels so retro. I love it.
Your master will come for you. Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
Do an impossible 100-year fight.
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I sense there is great strength in your dedication.
Great Deku-tree, I ask of you, when he returns, can you please relay this message? Tell him
Now then, words intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
True.
Yes.
There we go. A hated voice actress who honestly does a pretty decent job, honestly. I mean, yeah, some of the emotional moments she's kind of hit and miss, I will admit that, but honestly, Patriska, or whatever her name is, she does an excellent job for Zelda, and I surely hope she does do a better job for the sequel. I still have yet to get through the entirety of Age of Calamity just because I've been busy doing other things, so I can't really say how her voice acting was in that game compared to this one, but I can definitely say Mipha's voice actress definitely improved in Age of Calamity. But there you go, guys. That was the 18th and final memory, so we obtained that along with the Master Sword.
What you just saw happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here.
How kind of her.
That it would be safe under my watch.
Oh, thank goodness no
She
Goonie decided to come in
continues
here.
fight, trapped deep within the confines of Hyrule Castle. Her heart cascades with faith that you will return. She has a smile like the sun. I would do much to feel its warmth upon me once again.
Okay, you keep your warmth to yourself, buddy. But here we go, guys. The Master Sword. So, the legendary sword that seals the darkness. Its blade gleams with the sacred luster that can oppose calamity. Only a hero, chosen by the sword itself, may wield it. That blade has a name. It is the Master Sword. When used against Calamity Ganon or those tainted by his malice, it will become suffice with holy light. So yeah, as of now, it's only at a 30 attack power, but if it's around Calamity Ganon or if his malice is near or if Guardians are near, then it will automatically go to a 60 instead of a 30. At such times, the true power of the sword will manifest, but be warned, do not rely too much on its power. If you wield it without need, its power will be exhausted and it will no longer be of use to you. Should this happen, you must wait for the sword to recover. It was your partner a century ago. Use it with care, and wield it bravely for the one who awaits for you. So here we go. The Hero's Sword. Okay, however, there is actually one more thing that's left for us to do. I think, okay, where does it activate? I think we gotta talk to the Deku-tree or something. I am not gonna do this, but there's one additional thing that is included in this pack. So, okay, so, blah, 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 good. Okay, there should be something that should appear, because there's an additional DLC side quest that appears, afterwards. Chosen one. Okay, so this happens when you eventually fast travel away to somewhere. The hero called Link. Yes, what do you want? The time has come. You are now ready to test the limits of your courage. So I am not going to do this, but I'm just going to show this off. So heed the great Decatree's words at this sacred place, the Korok Forest. Do so, and a glorious trial will be bestowed upon you. So this is called the Trial of the Sword, and that's the name of the first DLC pack. And, okay, now I can finally gain Link movement. So here we go. So what is the Trial of the Sword? Well, the Trial of the Sword has 3 different... Okay, finally we get a cutscene. I was on the other side, but sure, I'll appear on that side. What's this? A voice beckon you here? I see. So the time has come. I shall now tell you all I know about the arduous trial that awaits you. That sword you have reunited with, the Master Sword, it has yet to realize its true splendor. This trial will test your courage to ensure you are worthy of this splendor. It is called the Trial of the Sword. It will challenge you as you have never been challenged before. That's for sure. All of your weapons and armor will be sealed away, and you must face your enemies without the tools you have come to rely on. Once you have tempered your soul and proven your wisdom and courage by completing the Trial of the Sword, the Master Sword shall truly be yours. Unless my eyes deceive me, you seem quite willing to take on this trial, a hero through and through. Now, Link, place the Master Sword in its pedestal. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. But to explain what the Trial of the Sword is, the Trial of the Sword, once we put the Master Sword back in, will essentially give us several trials, which usually requires us defeating enemies and then proceeding on to the next room. The problem is, this challenge is brutally difficult, even on, like, the first trial. Like, there's the beginner trial, the middle trial, and the harder trial. Even on the beginner trial, this challenge is brutally difficult. And if you die once, you have to restart the entire thing from the beginning. And the first trial alone takes more than an hour to do. So if you died during the trial, you would have to repeat an entire hour's worth of a trial again, do a middle trial and a very harder trial, and yeah, it's just not worth your time. But what is the advantage of completing the trials? Well, apparently, as I said before, you start with a 30 attack power. If you complete the beginner trial, you'll get a 40 attack power. If you complete the middle trial, you'll get a 50 attack power. And if you complete the final trial, then you'll get a 60 attack power, which is where the Master Sword is at its true strength. And a 60 attack power is what will happen eventually anyway when we go back to Hyrule Castle. So there you go, guys. We have finally completed all the main quests in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The only thing that's left to do is defeat Ganon, and the Champion's Ballad, well, as much as I would love to do this, I don't think it will be worth me covering it in a Let's Play because not many people are watching this Let's Play, to be honest. Maybe I might cover this in the near future, who knows, but for now, it's not worth my time and hours of my life to bring this to you. I want to finish this game in its entirety because I absolutely love this game and I want it on my channel. So whether or not I do the Champion's Ballad is determined on whether or not if people demand for it. If you want it, comment down below if you want the Champion's Ballad. Otherwise, let's go and prepare to fight against Ganon. But before we do, let's prepare ourselves first. So we have the Master Sword, yes, but let's go back to Hateno Village and go back to our house and get the remaining things that we need to prepare. Alright, so here we are back in Hateno Village, and here's another interesting theory. Apparently there's a heavy theory where this abandoned house, it says that it's been abandoned a long time ago and no one's returned back to it. Eventually we bought it from like the two gay guys and Hudson, And here's the thing. This house may have possibly been Link's before he eventually set out on his adventure to help Zelda. So yeah, that's the possible theory, that this was Link's house anyway. But anyways, the reason why I'm here is that I'm gonna save here. And then what I'm gonna do is drop a shield. So in this case, I'll drop you. So we take the Hylian shield, we put this shield up, and here we go, guys. We're going to be facing up against Ganon with the best shield in the game, the Hylian shield. So hopefully this lasts long. But yeah, here we go. This is the classic Zelda wear. Hylian shield, Master Sword, classic Link Tunic. This is as classic as Zelda finally gets. And oh my god, it really feels like I'm playing a Zelda game already while wearing this. But anyways, before we depart and face up against Ganon once and for all, let's take a look. So we got Urbosa's Sword and Shield, we got Daruk's Cobble Crusher, we got Mipha's Spear, and we got Rivali's Bow. I can't carry it. I was gonna break it, that dang egotistical burden. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. The reason why I was seeing a shrine or a shine underneath was because there's a sledgehammer there. Okay. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is that before we go and face up against Ganon, let's go and take a look at Memory Lane. And by Memory Lane, I mean let's take a look at the pictures that we have taken across our journey. So we got all the memories of the pictures that Zelda has taken. So let's take a look at all the pictures that we've taken and some that I deleted along the way. So our first picture that we ever took was one where we met Purah. And then here's the picture of the Great Fairy Fountain for the Painter Guy quest. Here's a picture of Waterblight Ganon. Here's a picture of me and my boyfriend Sidon, and I swear to God, Link is all buffed up for whatever reason. And then here is Windblight Ganon, and then here is what was his name? Master Koga. And then here is one of the Leviathan skeletons, the other Leviathan skeleton, and that's a Leviathan from Skyward Sword. And then here's the other Leviathan skeleton that's in the Hebra region. And then this is a part of a shrine quest where I have to get these three individual things in order to decipher a riddle. And then here's the Stall-Nox that I had to fight up against for the Hylian shield. Here's a picture of the Hylian shield. Here's a picture of a sword that is in the Gerudo Highlands, a part of a side quest that I had to complete. And here is a missing statue that might look familiar if you've been in the Gerudo Desert, but apparently this is a statue that is lost somewhere in the Highlands for whatever reason. Here's a picture of Kilton. Here's a picture of Nadra the Dragon. Here's a picture of guardians that want to kill me. Here's a picture of a guardian that is not taken over by Calamity Ganon and is part of a combat trial. Okay, and then here's a picture of me, and yeah, I finally completed all the side quests in the Gerudo town and got the Thunder Helm from Urbosa. As you can see, Urbosa is not so pleased. Oh no, that's not Urbosa, that's Raiju. Raiju is not so pleased, and the guard's like, are you serious? Fine, whatever. And yeah, apparently you can wear the Thunder Helm as another way to blend yourself into Gerudo village. And then here's a picture of me all shirtless with Yunobo, and yeah, yeah, apparently Link can survive the heat while wearing nothing but Flamebreaker pants. And then here's a picture of me with Teba and his son, and his son is so happy to take a picture, but Teba is like, nah, I'm all good, I'm just gonna cook back here. And then here's a picture of me with the Korok mask with good old Hestu. And here's a picture of me giving Sidon some size suggestions for when we eventually do it. And then here's one last picture of me with my fiance, my eventual husband, Sidon, as I'm wearing Zora pants. And then here's the final picture that I took where I recalled the final memory. And with the final memory in hand and me looking at the love of my life after I eventually face up against Ganon, let's go and do what needs to be done, guys. Let's go and face up against Calamity Ganon. And just a reminder, guys, if you want me to cover the Champions Ballad DLC, then be sure to leave a like and comment down below, and who knows, I might cover it in the future. So leave a like, subscribe, ding the bell for some more videos, and I'll hopefully do some more Zelda content in the future. Anyways, back to the conclusion. And just for cinematic purpose, let's get to the tip top of Hyrule Castle. So here we go, guys. We made it to the top of Hyrule Castle, where apparently a Korok is. But here we go. We finally made it to the top, and looks like the mountain that I was trying to show off earlier finally has the Spirit Horse show up. Looks like the good old executive from Nintendo is encouraging me to go on. Thank you so much. So anyways, there is Varuda, Varudania, Vamedo, and Vanaboris. So without further ado, guys, let's complete this game once and for all and face up against Calamity Ganon. Here's another Korok right here. How you doing, buddy? Alright, so without further ado, guys, let's go and face up against Calamity Ganon once and for all. And yeah, since we're in Hyrule Castle, our sword has finally reached its maximum potential, and it's now an attack 60. So without further ado, let's get this done and over with. It's finally time, you Ganon bitch.
Link.
Yes?
Link. I'm sorry, but my power isn't strong enough. I can't hold it.
Oh boy. So there we go. So if you haven't defeated any of the Blight Ganons, then you would have to fight the Blight Ganons before the egg sac finally opens. But since we completed all of the Blight Ganons, we are now ready to face up against the main Ganon himself, Calamity Ganon. Whether or not if this is really Ganon or not, I don't know. I guess the sequel will tell us. But let's do this, guys. Yeah, he's looking very spider-like. I thought you were a pig, buddy. Hey, it's been a while, huh? So, the Scourge of Hyrule Castle, Calamity Ganon. Awesome. Okay, so he starts off at full health, or at least that's what he should have.
The moment has finally come. Brace yourself, Ganon, for the sting of my revenge.
Whew, good job, Rivali.
This will be our final opportunity. We will not fail.
Yay, go, my old fiance.
Let's go, little guy. Now, open up wide, Ganon.
Thank you, big brother.
100 years in the making. Hold on, princess. Our moment has arrived.
Thank you, Urbosa. So here we go. So with all 4 Divine Beasts completed, all 4 of them attack Calamity Ganon, and by doing this, not only do we have 1 less Blight Ganon to face up against in this boss fight, but this will get rid of 1/8 of Ganon's health. Down to half. So we entirely skip an entire first phase of this boss fight by completing all 4 Divine Beasts. So we immediately go into the second phase of this boss fight. Alright, let's do this, you son of a bitch. Alright. let's do this. So, what's your attack first? Okay, there we go. Flurry Rush. Oh, and before we start, having the Tunic of the Wild is definitely not the most efficient. Not only is it lower in defense, but what we're going to do is that we're going to switch to our Barbarian Armor. So that way we have a higher attack power up, and while we're at it, we're going to also make sure we have a good thing to defense. So we're going to eat up something of defense here. And this is the least amount of hearts wasted. Yeah, this is the least amount of hearts wasted, so we'll eat this. So there we go. 3 things of attack power, 3 things of defense. Let's face up against this SOB once and for all. Alright, thank you, Daruk's Protection. And, oh, I just realized that I don't have a bow equipped. Okay, so I'll equip a Royal Bow, and let's equip an Ancient Arrow. So yeah, having the Ancient Arrow is like the most efficient way to face up against Ganon. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, so we just knocked back his attack power. Unfortunately, that wastes Daruk's Protection, but that's okay. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, so now we're only a quarter way down to the boss fight. So this is a 3rd phase. And unfortunately, the 3rd phase is a lot more harder. So, yeah, you go crawling on the wall. That ain't gonna get you out of there. And yeah, you can see the egg sac all broken up there. If you look at Boundary Break, you can actually see a little bit more detail of it. Right? Oh, shoot. How do you get rid of that? Okay, hold on. No, run, 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 run. No, run! What the heck? Don't shoot your sword out. Okay, here we go. Let's... Oh my god, really? Come on. There we go. Okay, so we knocked it back with our shield, so let's take this SOB down. Die, die, die. And his the attack power is back up. So yeah, you unfortunately have a very limited window here. Ah, shit, I parried at the wrong time and... Parried at the wrong time and again. Come on. Come and attack me, you son of a bitch. Come on. And... There we go. Finally got him. Okay, come on. So yeah, as far as the boss fight goes, this is a pretty good boss fight. Unfortunately, you can't really experience the epicness of it unless you don't go after all divine beasts. But as far as the boss fight goes, this is a pretty decently good boss fight. Unfortunately, I wish it would last longer, but obviously the reason why it doesn't last longer is because there's the possibility that you may have not have attained all of it. Okay, unfortunately, it looks like Ancient Arrows are going to be useless. Yeah, Ancient Arrows are going to be useless. Yeah, Ancient Arrows are useless, so here we go. Let's parry back and attack. Oh, wait, nope. Come on, don't break my Hylian shield. Oh, come on, parry. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. Flurry Rush. So this is an open window, and... Oh, what the heck? The flames blocked me from being able to attack him. Okay, I need to heal up. Alright, here we go. Come on, Ganon. Let's end this, buddy. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I hopping sideways to avoid that? Come on, run, 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 run. Come on. We gotta parry back another attack. And is there a way to stop this? Okay, never mind. I guess we do that. Maybe. Come on, parry back. There we go. Come on, let's end this once and for all. There we go, guys. We did it. Whew. So yeah, A good reason to go to the three mazes in the corners of the world. Barbarian armor with a 3 attack up definitely helps a lot. Oh, what's the matter? You bleeding all over the place? Never really noticed how graphic this really is. Alright, there we go. We defeated him, maybe? I don't know. Well, one thing's for sure is that the Zonai armor helped. Is it over yet? Unfortunately not. There's still more of Ganon's malice, and that's still more of Ganon that we still need to fight. Alright, well, Zelda's gonna guide us. So yeah, I kind of wonder how the heck she stays stasis in her youth during this whole thing. At least there's an explanation for Link.
Ganon. Ganon was born out of a dark past. He is a pure embodiment of the ancient evil that is reborn time and time again. He has given up on reincarnation and assumed his pure, enraged form. If set free upon our world, the destruction will be unlike anything ever seen before.
Yeah, several hundred games later, and dying and reliving again is such a pain in the ass, so I'd rather live as a bunch of purple fart.
I entrust you with the bow of light, a powerful weapon in the face of evil. Link, you may not yet be at a point where you have fully recovered your power, or all of your memories. But courage need not be remembered, for it is never forgotten.
Alright, Beta, let's go and face up against Calamity Ganon together, or Dark Beast Ganon. Okay, so let's run into the Bow of Light, and here we go. So the Bow of Light, a 100 attack power. So Princess Zelda gave you this bow and arrow for the battle with Dark Beast Ganon. When wielding by the hero, it fires arrows of pure strong light enough to oppose the Calamity. So yeah, we're essentially in Central Hyrule Field right here. The problem is that even if we try to go to the outer areas, there's a barrier that prevents us from being able to go outside. So, here we go. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna... Actually... Oh wait, we don't have the Bow of Light equipped. Okay, so we gotta attack glowing points. And yeah, this boss fight is honestly pathetic. It's not difficult whatsoever. You just ride around on a horse and shoot glowing points. That's it. This boss fight is so pathetically easy. It's not even a challenge. Okay, never mind. I'm killing my horse here. Horsey, don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh my god. Ganon, please don't take a piss right now. Okay, where is he? Yeah, thank God he is no threat whatsoever. I mean, just thank God. Come on, Zelda, I need more target practice, please. More target practice before I shoot up his butt. Oh, it's about time. Let's turn around. Come on, turn around, turn around. Okay, I guess right under him, I guess. Ganon, please don't lay down and take a nap. There we go. Finally got it. restore your stamina. And just to embarrass Ganon, let's go and shoot an arrow up his butthole. Alright, there's his butthole right there, so let's shoot it up. There you go. And yeah, this boss fight is pathetic. There is like no challenge to it whatsoever. Like, I think trying to appease the Divine Beast, Vonda Boris, was a lot more harder than this. It's pathetic. Okay, hold on. It's under his belly. Okay, let's go under his belly, horsey. Under his belly. Let's attack. There we go. And while we're at it, let's switch to a better wear here. So let's switch back to our Tunic. And actually, you know what? Just so we can impress Zelda and make sure that we still have the... let's wear the Champion's Tunic, and let's wear the... yeah, let's wear the Champion's Tunic, and then we'll wear the Link's classic pants and cap. I think that's a proper way to end the fight. Okay, so now I think we need to get to the front again, and I think... RC, don't do that. So yeah, this boss fight is honestly not really good. It's pathetically easy. Okay, one more bop on the nose, and there we go, guys. With Rivali's Gale, we finally ended the fight. Woo! We did it. That was a pathetically easy final boss fight. Definitely the one that takes place in the castle is a lot better. But honestly, the whole Calamity Ganon boss fight is a lot better if you don't go after all the Divine Beasts. Like, I definitely recommend doing a playthrough where you don't complete a Divine Beast and just try to complete the entire thing where you fight all 4 Blight Ganons and with a full health of Calamity Ganon inside of Hyrule Castle. It's a very unique challenge if you do it without the Divine Beasts. Obviously, I complete the Divine Beast here, so that way it's easier for me, and just so we can have an interesting story. So yeah, how the heck did Zelda not age that entire time? Although I'm guessing the answer is because she does have the blood of the goddess. And if you've seen Skyward Sword, you would know that Zelda has been in a slumber for longer than this Zelda has. It's so unfair. I get beaten by a 17-year-old and a guy without pants. And there you go, guys. We did it. Link, Zelda, and the help of the spirits of the champions have destroyed Ganon. The ultimate goal of Breath of the Wild. Woo! We did it! And all the pillars are back to blue. Awesome. Unfortunately, that doesn't bring back the lives of everyone who we've lost.
Over you all this time. I've witnessed your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle. I always thought, no, I always believed that you would find a way to defeat Ganon. I never lost faith in you over these many years. Thank you, Link. The hero of Hyrule.
Yes!
May I ask, do you really remember me?
Okay, I thought she was going to ask, will you marry me? Sorry, I'm already taken, but yes, I remember you clearly. About 13 memories in total, I think. The Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild. So there you go, guys. We did it. We completed the entirety of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with the true ending. After getting all memories, freeing all 4 divine beasts, and obtaining the Master Sword. So yep, that's the end of the game. Now there is a few scenes that takes place after the credits, but yeah. So what can I say about this game? I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, and I'm glad to at least have covered it on my channel. I'll definitely love to do more Zelda games in the future, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have an audience for the Legend of Zelda games, because at average, I'm only getting about 20 views per part, even under 20 views for some parts in this Let's Play. But yeah, if you guys absolutely demand it, I will do more Zelda games in the future, and possibly even the Champion's Ballad DLC in this game. I would definitely love to cover the Champion's Ballad DLC, but unfortunately I think that's something that I'm going to have to do on my own terms. But yeah, there you go, guys. That was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, with all 4 Divine Beasts completed, all memories collected, Master Sword obtained, and as well as all shrines completed. Even though I didn't show off all the shrines, I beated this game with the classic Zelda Tunic. Whew. Alright, so I'm just going to let these credits play out, and I'll meet you guys at the end of the credits. Satoru Iwata. Yeah, rest in peace, buddy. Unfortunately, he passed away before this game was finally released, but they made a whole entire mountain and dedicated to him, and I can say that was probably the best thing that Nintendo has ever done for him. Alright, so here we go. Let's see the 2 cutscenes. So one cutscene we will automatically see regardless of what ending we get, and then there's an additional scene that can only be seen after we've obtained all captured memories. So this is the normal scene that plays. Us in our Tunic shorts and cap, and Champion Tunic, walking off with Zelda. Alright, now back to your duties, Zelda. No more researching Guardians. But there we go. There's our fiancé, our egotistical brother, our big brother, and our mother, unfortunately, passing away, along with her father. Unfortunately, those two will never talk again, which is probably the saddest part, is that Zelda and her father will just never talk again. But I hope she knows that she really does care for her, that he really did care for her. And I'm pretty sure that Link will tell her that eventually. So that's the end. But before that's the end, there's an additional cutscene. And this additional cutscene only shows up if you capture all the memories.
We'll make our way to Zora's domain. Divine Beast Varuta. Looks like it's stopped working. Let's investigate the situation.
Yeah, we're gonna see my fiancé.
His father. I believe he would like to hear more about her. The least we can do is visit him and offer him some closure. Although Ganon is gone for now, there is still so much more for us to do, and so many painful memories that we must bear. I believe in my heart that if all of us work together, we can restore Hyrule to its former glory. Perhaps even beyond, but it all must start with us. Let's be off.
Alright, so there you go, guys. We get the beautiful Legend of Zelda music. We have a horse, her white horse.
I can no longer hear the voice inside the sword. I suppose it would make sense if my power had dwindled over the past 100 years. I'm surprised to admit it, but I can accept that.
There we go, guys. So that was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with the true ending. And now the silent princesses can thrive in the wild. Ah, beautiful ending. Beautiful. So now Zelda and I get to rebuild Hyrule. We get to see what we do in the inevitable sequel. And then after that, I guess I get married to a Prince Zora and I get to ride him, I guess, or something. I don't know. But there you go, guys. So after you complete the entirety of the game, unfortunately you would have to face up against Calamity Ganon again. But when you finally defeat Calamity Ganon at least once, then you'll finally get some additional stats on your screen. So yeah, unfortunately we do have to face up against Calamity Ganon again. So unfortunately Calamity Ganon's not completely gone. Alright, so here we are. We're going to end this part in Zora's Domain, where we see our old fiancé Mipha, and we're just going to go and visit our fiancé now, Sidon. But yeah, once you complete the entirety of Breath of the Wild and you defeat Ganon, additional stats appear on your screen. And these additional stats include a percentage that is in the bottom left corner. So we completed this game at 33%. Now, the thing is, the majority of that percentage goes towards the Korok seeds. Here are the stats where that percentage goes towards, so unfortunately that does not represent the majority of the stats in the game. And if we go to our adventure log, we can actually see that there's 14 out of 20 main quests to complete, so I'm guessing the other 6 are within the Champion's Ballad. And then there's an additional 3 shrine quests that, even though I completed all shrines, there's 3 shrine quests that I didn't technically activate, so I just need to find them so that way I can complete that. And then there's 65 out of 90 side quests complete. That's actually pretty good. And as for the memories, the only memories that need to be recalled is the Champion Ballad memories, but as I said before, I'm likely not going to be covering that. So there you go, guys. That was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So now, I'm going to end this part with my fiancé, Sidon. So, oh, sorry, buddy, I did not mean to do that. But here we go. We're going to start a future together. We're going to start a future together with Zelda, and we're going to make things great again. Ain't that right, Sidon? Let's take one last picture. There we go. This will be a good pose. There we go, my love. So there we go. So I'll see you guys eventually in the sequel when... Okay, I guess we'll replace that then. I'll see you guys in the sequel when we eventually get married to a Prince Zora, help rebuild Hyrule with Zelda, and somehow see Ganon in the inevitable sequel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess there's only one way, appropriate way, to end this part. Sidon, my love, let's get started.